I'm going to go ahead and tell my story. My name is Koryn, and it's not an easier story. I sort of planned on this. There is a squeak. Do you hear the squeak?
No.
In the floor?
Yeah.
Hear it? Oh yeah, it's good. I'm gonna go over here. So this might be my first time at this mic. Have I ever used this? I don't know. But I'm going to tell my story in the trenches. It is not a fun story, but it does have a good ending. There I was. No shame. So there I was going grocery shopping before our Thanksgiving weekend away with friends. And for several months before this, I'd been starting to feel the anxiety build up in my body. So what there was is, there was a little menopause going on. I'm a middle-aged lady. There was just general, life stuff going on. But what was happening is this anxiety that I've lived with that has been very low was starting to build up. So I found myself in the grocery store, and because I know that I'm a little I'm a little flighty sometimes. I don't mean to be, but if I don't have the list, if I don't know what I'm doing, it gets chaotic in the grocery store. So I go onto the Kroger app and I put all of the groceries that I'm going to buy into the Kroger app. And then as I'm shopping, you just pick them off on the list. And it's great. It's a great system for people like me who also is apparently has ADHD for my whole life and didn't know. So there's a lot of little elements that were happening that, that were going on. But never in my life did I think that going to the grocery would become a problem. Except for that time that the lady slammed her cart into me twice and told me that I was in her fucking way. And then, that happened. She went to jail, and there's video somewhere, and I hope to see it one day. In any case, usually grocery shopping is not you go, you hate it, or you love it, or you whatever, but it's really it's a thing we all have to do. On this particular day, I was planning to do all the shopping for the next week for Thanksgiving weekend in North Carolina with friends. And so I was doing it a week and a half early so that I wouldn't feel panicked, so I wouldn't feel stressed, so I wouldn't be upset, and I wouldn't have any worries or concerns. And if I couldn't find something that particular day, I would have time, or Nathan would have time. Nathan is my partner. And somebody would have time to help me get these items. And so I did. I did the entire list of shopping, and there were just a couple of things that we might have to do, but the one main thing that I wanted to get was the chicken. So we haven't done turkey, the big giant turkey. We just do a big chicken, whole chicken. But you have to let it thaw for a couple of days, so I thought, well, I'll get it, and then I'll bring it home, I'll put it in the freezer, and then a couple of days before we go up to North Carolina, I'll put it in the refrigerator, and by the time we get there, it'll be ready to cook. Except for they didn't have any fucking chicken. I had no chicken. Zero chicken. I don't know where the chickens were. There were no whole chickens. There were 0 whole chickens. It was just chickens in packages. There was 100 motherfucking turkeys. Not one chicken. And I felt it happen. It was rising up. It was coming. And I cannot leave the spot I'm in. And you know how the frozen food section, right? It goes this way, and then there's the little aisles in between the big middle, containers. And I have, because I was going to go grab the chicken, I always put my cart somewhere else that's out of the way, because I feel like carts and people are kind of assholes. And I put my cart out of the way, and now I can't find the chicken, and this is the moment that everything, for a year, everything is coming up. And I am frozen in place. I cannot move. I can see my buggy. I have done all the shopping. All I know that I need to do is walk to the cart and go check out. That's all I have to do. And I'm just frozen in this space, in this cold section, and there's people walking by in front of me and back of me, and I'm just frozen. And I know that if I move, and I know that if I just move a finger, if I just move my head, I will have a full public panic attack. And I mean like that. I just know it's gonna happen. And I am standing there frozen in time, and I just know there's tears coming out of my eyes, and I'm like, you can't move, you're gonna embarrass yourself in this entire store. And out of nowhere, I don't know where he came from, he appeared before me, and he said, hey, miss, can I help you? And I said, I don't know. And he was like, you're gonna be okay. We just need to get you out of here. And I was like, no, I can't leave. I just spent 2 hours grocery shopping and I must take these groceries with me because I just don't think I can do this again. And he was like, okay, so what's happening to you right now is you're gonna have a panic attack. And we're just gonna do this step by step. And he took my hand and you know how men do, they get the small of your back. And he said, we're gonna just breathe. And he walked me to my cart. And he said, we can leave all of this here. And I was like, but I can't. I have to cook dinner next week, which is completely irrational in this moment where you're about to have a panic attack, right? But he didn't mind. And he walked my cart up to the front. He walked me up to the front. And you know, when you live in a place where, you know, you have the same people over and over again coming in and out of your shop or your whatever, one of the workers recognized me, and that same worker recognized him, and he said, listen, my friend, we were not friends. He was literally my angel. But he said, my friend she's struggling right now. She's about to have a panic attack, but she has to take these groceries home. She has no choice. Can we please just find a place to check out? And the two of them, literally this woman that worked there that has seen me a million times, and this man that I have never met, checked out all of my groceries, paid for them, and then we walked out to the car. He loaded my groceries, and by this time I have reasonably calmed down from this panic attack. I don't know who he is. I don't know how it happened, but what I know is that I was in the trenches. I was deep. It wasn't good, right? Doesn't matter how much therapy you're in, it doesn't matter how much you realize what's happening. What you need at that moment is that man to get you out of the trenches. Now, what all of this is to say is, first of all, mental health can come up, you know, at 48 years old, 47 years old. Also, I'm okay. I run a whole nonprofit. I have a whole business. I have a whole situation going on. But also, like, therapy isn't scary. Like, it's super fucking nice. And also, after that happened, I was really grateful that I had somebody to tell that wasn't just my poor boyfriend who, like, hears all of it, right? Like, you just had somebody good. And so what I want to say is, like, you know, middle age hasn't been very kind to me. Menopause hasn't been very kind to me. I had a long year of deaths, and it hasn't been very kind. But what I do know is that there's something at the end, is that story was the beginning of something horrid and scary and awful. But also today, I stand before you feeling very happy and very good, and I don't feel like panicking in a store anymore. So thank you very much.
Bravo!